Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pitch Intel. We're not entertained today. Arsenal versus Newcastle. This is my post-match reaction. St. James Park is always a very, very difficult ground to visit. Arsenal hasn't won there in a long time. They have not won in the last couple of years. It was always going to be a tough battle between Arsenal and Newcastle. But I mean, we live. This is it. This is football. Shame on PGMOL, the officials. They tried to ruin the game. They tried to, make Arsenal fans theory. They tried as much as possible to frustrate the game. But the best team always wins. The best team wins. What was that? Why on earth would you say that foul on Victor Gyökeres by Nick Pope was not a foul and it wasn't a penalty? Why would you counter that penalty? Why would you do that? It was actually, okay, now they're saying that, because he touched the ball, right? Nick Pope touched the ball, that's why it's not a penalty. Sanchez touched the ball against Buemo. He was given a red card to leave the team. And now the same situation has actually happened, which is even worse, inside the box, and you're saying he touched the ball and it does not deserve to get a penalty. You overturned the penalty. Well, I always knew, allegedly, that Gillett is a Liverpool fan. There in England, is one of the officials that last season gave us a lot of, terrible officiating. If you remember the red card that they gave to Lewis Kelly against Wolves, that was later overturned by the FA. Yeah, he was the one on call that day. So I saw this coming. Basically, I actually saw this coming. So it was actually the same thing. Woltemade pushed Gabriel in the goal that Newcastle scored. He pushed him, and they were like, it's a minimal contact. What minimal contact? Did he push him or not? Do you know in the game of sport, imagine you're trying to jump. You're just trying to jump. In football, you want to jump, right? And someone just gives you a nudge, even with two tips of the finger, nudges you. You would lose your balance. You won't be able to complete that jump. Trust me, you can't complete that jump. So that's what happened today. Arsenal were robbed in the first half, even though we had a couple of other chances, clear-cut chances that we would have scored due to the brilliance of their goalkeeper. We couldn't convert that. But Arsenal was cheated today. They were robbed. Honestly, they were robbed. I mean, that aside, I will now go into the game proper. Now, Eddie Howe brought Dan Burn to play left back. I have never seen Dan Burn play left back before. Why would he play left back today all of a sudden against Saka? What I think is actually because he doesn't need a left back, a full back that would be going forward, making too much overlapping runs. So he decided to keep Dan Burn as a static full back so that when they are out of position, he can, form like a back three, which is what they did, form like a back three to still make them solid, trying to bully Victor Gyökeres as much as possible to ensure that he does not, grow into the game. And also, he was getting support from Anthony Gordon. If you realized in the game, Gordon wasn't really up top. He was always with Dan Burn, trying to support him, because he knows if you leave Dan Burn with Saka 1v1, Saka is definitely going to beat him. Definitely 100% is going to beat him. But that was the reason why Gordon was not really in the game, and he had to, give him that support. And now to Mikel Arteta. Brilliant job. I mean, when you do well, we praise you. We give you your flowers. You did a brilliant job. Your substitutions were on point. I know people were fuming when you took off Saka, but I do understand why you took off Saka, because he's just returning from an injury. He's not actually supposed to play such a high intensity game at a stretch, for full 90 minutes, because he was being bullied as well. He was being bullied, but he's trying. If you observe the way Saka was making the runs as well, he's not really 100%. So that substitution was understood. Trossard too was tired. He was tired, so he needed to get out of the game. And Skelly came in to give us fresh legs as well. I love the way you took out Calafiori initially, because we were on the front foot now. We're trying to win. You took off Calafiori, thereby reducing our defensive options, and you brought in Merino to give us more pressure on the attack. I love that. That was amazing. That was fantastic. And it worked, because we pinned them down. All the crosses, all their pullouts came back to us. And we were trying to press. And in the end, Merino got it. And I knew that once Merino got that goal, Arsenal were going for the win, which they eventually did. kudos to you, Mikel Arteta. You did a fantastic job. Much love to you from me. But what I want to say is, whosoever gave us now this lineup to the start of the season is evil. Evil! Because Manchester United, Arsenal has played Manchester United, Arsenal has played Manchester City, Arsenal has played Liverpool at Anfield, Arsenal has played Newcastle at St James's Park. Do you know this? Do you know these fixtures Arsenal has got so far? So, and they've been able to lose just one and drew one, right? The one that they drew, they would have actually won it, but just because the other coach had decided to park the bus. That's Manchester City. I'm referring to Manchester City, just so you're not surprised at what I'm referring to. I'm referring to Man City. Arsenal would have won that game. The Liverpool game would have ended a draw, if not for the brilliance of Szoboszlai. Arsenal has only conceded 3 goals so far in the season. So I take it anytime, any day. It's actually a brilliant start to the season. Kudos to Mikel Arteta. And I want to talk about Gabriel Magalhaes. I love his mentality. Beast mode. He understands what it means to play for the badge. Trust me. After Ultimate did what he did by pushing him to get that goal, he rattled the guy all through on the pitch till he went out. Rattled him, was all over his face. I love the way he marked. Like when he's coming at you, there is nowhere on earth you can think about dribbling Gabriel. No. Worst case scenario, you're going to give the pass back into your own half. That I can guarantee it. Not going to work. And also, Odegaard came in really late into the game because I'm not sure that the shoulder injury, I believe it might require surgery. But he does not want to do a surgery. That's what I'm thinking. It's just my opinion. I feel that's what's happening. He doesn't want to do a surgery because him going on surgery would make him go out for a long period. So he's just trying to see if he can nurse it, manage it, for him to see through the games of the season. And maybe if it gets really, really worse at the time when Arsenal are really stable at the top of the table and maybe in the Champions League, then he might go in for surgery. Or just pending when Eze has mastered the number 10 position for Arsenal, then yeah, we can, prepare him for surgery. Playing Eze at number 10 today was brilliant. Perfect. I mean, it's better than Merino because we were on the front foot. We were actually on the front foot in the first half and even in the second half. So Eze, brilliant player. But what I want Arteta to experiment now would be, I'm trying to see where we can play a double 10 of Odegaard and Eze and either Zumendi or Rice playing as the number 6. Because that way, they would add more flair to the attacking options and there would be a lot of, quick 1-2 passes. The passes will be really intricate and they'll be able to make use of the, the half spaces. And I mean, I feel it's going to be an entertainment and defenses would really, really suffer if this actually comes into play. So all left for Mikel Arteta to see what he can do about it. Because when Eze and Odegaard played today, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Eze, top signing. I love you, bro. You were amazing. Loads of shots that you took in the first half. Nick Pope was brilliant. He denied you the goal scoring opportunity. So next one. And another thing before I go, Mosquera was taken off in the halftime. I believe it's because he made the error. The corner kick that led to the goal that Arsenal conceded. Yeah, he made an error kicking out that ball and we conceded. And apart from that, he was clinical. He was very, very good in the game. So I believe Arteta now he's not trying to stomach any sort of rubbish. Play well, you stay in the team. Any error, you're gone. The team that actually deserved to win the game won the game. Arsenal deserved to win. I mean, coming off with a brilliant possession of 64 against 36. That's a lot, honestly. With an XG of 2.05 and also touches in the position box, 43 touches inside Newcastle's position box, and against 16 by Newcastle in Arsenal's box. So that was a brilliant performance. We all knew that Arsenal deserved to win. 7 shots on target against 3 shots on target. Brilliant performance. And now we are done with this one. So on to the next one during the week. That will be Olympiacos at home. That would be a great way to unwind and wind down the pressure because Arsenal has really been under intense pressure these last few games. So thank you very much for listening and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.